Welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you all tuning in today. Oh, we've got a jam-packed show for you, filled with the latest updates from the world of sports. First off, let's dive into some breaking news from the MLB. The Chicago Cubs have just announced that their ace pitcher, Justin Steele, will be undergoing season-ending elbow surgery. This is a significant blow to the team's rotation, and we'll be exploring the implications of this injury on the Cubs' chances this season. According to reports, Steele felt tightness in his elbow after throwing 7 scoreless innings against the Texas Rangers last Monday, and an MRI revealed that he's dealing with a serious injury that will keep him sidelined until 2026. The 29-year-old left-hander had a phenomenal record in 2022-24, with a 3.1 ERA in 78 starts, and finished 5th in National League Cy Young Award voting in 2023. This is a tough break for the Cubs, who were counting on Steele to lead their rotation this season. But as we all know, injuries are an unfortunate part of the game, and teams have to adapt quickly to stay competitive. The Cubs are already making plans to fill Steele's spot, with right-hander Colin Rea set to take his place in the rotation for now. We'll be discussing this story further, including the potential impact on the Cubs' playoff hopes and what this means for the rest of the team. And that's not all. We've also got updates on the latest power rankings, trade rumors, and more. But before we dive deeper into the world of sports, let's take a quick look at some other headlines from around the league. The Los Angeles Dodgers are still riding high after their series win against the Cubs, while the New York Yankees are struggling to find their footing. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking in his signature style, welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. I trust you're all doing fantastically well today. As we dive into the middle segment of our show, I'd like to shift gears a bit and talk about something that's near and dear to my heart: golf. Now, I know what you're thinking. Howard, what could possibly be exciting about golf? Well, let me tell you, it's not just about the game itself, but about the young athletes who are out there swinging their clubs and perfecting their puts. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the Bloomington area high school golf scene. I've got a story that highlights some of the talented young golfers who are making waves in the local golf community. From Edgewood to Eastern Green, these kids are showing us what they're made of, and I must say it's quite impressive. Let's start with Calvin McDonald from Edgewood, who's improved his iron play and is looking to crack the 70s this season. Or how about Roman Valentine from Eastern Green, who's not only a talented golfer but also a 5-letter athlete. This young man is a true embodiment of what it means to be a student athlete. And then there's Jake Cunningham and Connor Deckard from Owen Valley, who are leading the charge for their team. These two juniors have been playing at sectionals for the past 2 years and are looking to take their game to the next level. I must say, I'm excited to see how they'll perform this season. But what really caught my attention was the depth and consistency of the Edgewood team. With 6 seniors on board, including Zane Wiggins and Ian Connors, this team has the potential to make a significant move up in the rankings. And let's not forget about Hank Ripley, who's working on a swing change, and Tegan Holbert, a freshman who's already making waves. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Howard, this is all well and good, but what about the competition? Well, folks, the Bloomington area golf scene is heating up, with teams like North and South battling it out for supremacy. And let me tell you, it's going to be a wild ride. As we wrap up this segment, I want to leave you with a thought. These young golfers are not just playing for themselves. They're representing their schools, their families, and their communities. They're learning valuable lessons about perseverance, teamwork, and sportsmanship, and that's something we can all get behind. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're wrapping up today's show with a look at the latest news from the world of sports, particularly focusing on the Alabama Crimson Tide. I know many of our listeners are avid fans, so let's dive right in. First off, we have an update on the OU softball team as they face off against Alabama. For those interested in catching the game, it's scheduled for 6 p.m. CT and will be broadcast on the SEC network, also available for streaming on ESPN. This concludes a 3-game series between the two teams, with U looking to secure another win after their 5-1 victory on Saturday, despite suffering a 6-1 loss on Sunday. Moving over to golf, the 2025 Masters tournament has come to an end, with Rory McIlroy taking the top spot after a thrilling playoff against Justin Rose. But how did our former Alabama golfers fare in this prestigious tournament? Justin Thomas ended with a score of EA2 for the tournament, managing his best round on Sunday with a 70, placing him tied for 36th. Davis Riley was the standout performer among former Crimson Tide golfers, finishing 2 for the tournament and tied for 21st place after an impressive 3 in the 4th round. Unfortunately, Nick Dunlap didn't make the cut, posting scores of 90 and 71 in his 2 rounds. It's always exciting to see how our alumni perform on such big stages, whether it's the softball field or the golf course. Their dedication and skill are truly an inspiration, and we look forward to seeing their future endeavors. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.